Discord raids have happened as long as Discord existed, and it just happened to me. I will be explaining the full story of how my Discord got raided and what the effects of the raid were. The story of how the raider was able to raid the server and how he was able to even get mod in the server will definitely surprise you. The people in this video, including me, want to stay private. Therefore, I will be giving different names to these people to keep their privacy. I will also put Minecraft gameplay in the background. First, I need to give you some context on what my server is and what it's about. On November 2nd, 2023, I created a server for the area I lived in so that way my friends and I could chat on Discord with each other. It ended up growing to more than just my friends, blowing up to over 100 people in a week. But with so many people on the server, there were bound to be some people who disliked it, or specifically me. So on March 9th, 2024, those people finally decided to actually do something about it. A person, we'll call him Lamb, joins and he invites other people pretty quickly. At first, they all act friendly. They are all people that I know, so I didn't suspect them at all. The first hint that something was wrong was when one of them asked me what an account token is. For those who don't know, it's a representation of your username and password that is automatically generated during your account creation. According to some of my friends, he DM'd them the same question. But why would he ask what an account token was? Maybe because he wanted it. The next day, Lamb gets on. He starts a conversation with one of the people he invited, but it quickly turns dark. I cannot show the images that he posted, but they were gory. I was being called by people while I was at a friend's party to stop this, but my mods banned him and quickly took down the images before I could see it when I got back on. The other people he invited weren't banned though. They were trying to get the mods to stop him. Everything seemed like it was going good, but really, everything was getting a lot worse. On that server, there was a rule that if you invite 4 people, you get mod. This rule helped it blow up in the beginning, and since no one really used their mod powers, it was completely fine. The people who were invited by Lamb, we'll call one Vale and the other Dart, wanted to use this rule to get mod. So Vale invited 4 other people to the server and was set to get mod on March 11th. But then I got DM'd. One of my mods, we'll call him iBag, said that he thinks the people he invited were bots. So I asked those people a question and they all answered. It seemed as if they weren't bots. So I let Vale have mod and nothing happened. Everything was okay. But then the raid had started. Right when I went offline, it was game over. Vale started spamming over the entire server. He banned everyone. Everything was deleted. When I logged back on, I was extremely angry. In a fit of rage, I DM'd Vale, telling him things that I would do to him. We went back and forth a little bit, but eventually it was too much. I was blinded by my anger and quickly blocked him afterwards. I became optimistic as me and my mods started to recreate the server. In the end, the raid didn't really do much, except lower the member count. It actually somewhat helped me, because it helped me learn that I need to put new safety precautions in to make a good place not get raided. And I end up doing that. But wait a minute, why would I just let him get away with it? I knew who he really was. I needed revenge. My Discord server has been raided, left completely decimated. The new server was more secure but was a shell of its former self. Who would do such a thing? Well, that's what we're trying to find out. The ways we use to find the raiders will definitely surprise you. After my server got raided on March 11th, I made a new server a few hours later. This time I added things like anti-raid bots and got rid of the rules that they originally abused. I also got Discord built-in mod system called AutoMod, and only gave mod to people I trusted, not to people who invited a lot of other people. For those who invited a lot of people, I made a different rule because that rule did help it blow up to 100 people in less than a week, but it didn't work as intended. The new server I created had half as many members as the first server, but on March 12th, a person joined who hadn't previously been on the chat. We'll call them Slender. Remember that they joined. Around the same time the server's initial blowup, in the first few days, it had died down, and I started to focus on actually finding the raider, but the problem was that I had already blocked the raider. Luckily, I still had his alt, which we'll call Dart, from the server that they were originally on, which was the old server. So I decided to start a little conversation with them. I proceeded to have a 2-hour-long conversation with him on March 13th. But not only him, another person, we'll call him Sneep, was having a conversation with me at the same time. Sneep had tried and failed to raid a different server around 2 years ago from that exact date. It was possible Sneep and Dart were working together. After the conversations, I gained a lot of information. I knew the people that Dart knew, and I realized that he probably knew me from 2 years ago. After the conversation, I accused him of being someone who I thought it was, but I was very wrong. Though, the more I talked with him, the more I narrowed it down. But while this was happening, something he was doing was a lot worse. On March 14th, another chat for our area was raided by Dart. This server was even bigger than my server. I don't know the details of that raid, so I won't discuss it here. But now, catching him mattered more than ever. I continued to guess who he was, with very little evidence to back up any of my claims. Others started helping out to find who he was, but I was getting angrier and angrier. I challenged him to an in-real-life 1v1, which was incredibly stupid. I really wanted to get revenge, and I thought that an average Discord raider wouldn't be that hard. I got backlash from saying that, and it was deserved because I was getting way too mad. Though I got more mad when he started telling me the messages that were being sent on my server. Dart had people on the server reporting to him the messages being said. I thought I had banned possible raiders, such as Sneep, that I had mentioned earlier. I didn't think much of it though. I thought the server was invincible. I stopped giving mod to people for inviting others, and I had anti-raid bots. Then, I don't know what bro is trying to do, but that will not work on me. Though, it is possible it was someone else trying to troll me. Anyways, it seemed as all was going well. We had narrowed it down who it could be to a very select list, but I had stopped accusing people because of backlash. The server continued on as usual for the next week, with me occasionally talking to Dart. But again, I thought my server was more safe than it really was. Remember how I mentioned a person named Slender joined the server? Well, this person acted nice, but was in disguise. They were a raider all along. But wait, they can't even do anything, right? Shady people have always been lurking Discord. Most people never have to deal with them, but I, unfortunately, do. They have raided my Discord server. They have sent many inappropriate images and slurs. They have impersonated me and done those same things. The ways I use to protect myself from these things will definitely surprise you. I thought the server I had was invincible despite one of the raiders, we'll call that account Slender, being in the server reporting to the raider who I'd been talking to, we'll call that account Dart. But it wasn't. On April 1st, 2024, my servers raided once again. But how could they do it without mod? This time, they used a bot to ban everyone and to spam despite having no permissions. I don't know if they have any coding knowledge, but this made it seem that they had at least a little. But what could they do with that knowledge? This time, the raid happened at night, so I made the next server the following day on April 2nd. This time, I put even more safety precautions in.
I gave the link to only people who I personally knew. I added the same anti-raid bots that I did before, but due to this secrecy, there were half as many members as even the second server. It basically became a group chat, though it was more active than ever. I acted like I never created a new server to make this raider not join, but all it took was one person to give the link. On April 5th, someone had leaked the existence of the server to him, but I didn't think they had given the link yet. It didn't end up mattering to me because I had started making the series on the topic. On April 11th, I posted the first part of this series. This got him mad. This renewed his interest in trying to raid me, but he wasn't raiding my group chat. He was raiding the Epic Discord server, link in the description. And there was no way for me to make it private because it was connected to my YouTube channel. On April 13th, he joined the server for the first time. Luckily, it was very easy to tell if an account was a raider or not. They continuously kept getting on the server using new accounts, but it never worked. It was just a mere annoyance. I kept making more videos and all seemed well. That was until he started impersonating me. For those who don't know, impersonating is a crime in most US states. This was taken too far. He started spamming people using that account and they got mad about it, though I was able to tell enough people that it wasn't me. But now he had done something illegal. There became a constant back and forth where I ban an account and then another account gets on the server. This continued until April 30th, when they all went on the server. A large amount of accounts that were owned by the raider joined. One of them had a link to a Discord server and there about me. I clicked on it and it brought me to a server that seemed like a normal chat. Then I started to get spammed in Epic. They were raiding it. I quickly went to the server and banned the bot that was spamming it, saving the server. The server that I had joined was actually a server filled with raiders' accounts and others. It had 40 people in it. I tried to counter-raid that server, but it didn't work as I didn't have mod or any bots. The advantage that it gave me was that I had a list of related accounts, that way I could ban them from getting into Epic. They had threatened to do more than just raid my server though. They had threatened to delete my channel. This group, we'll call Lenovo, has been hunting me. What can they even do to me though? I don't know what else they are capable of, but this video might trigger them to continue hunting me. They have stopped ever since that raid, but if I've learned anything from this, it's that anything is possible. Make sure to subscribe for a possible update video on the situation. That's not how it ended. During the writing of this video, new things have happened. I reported the account impersonating me to the people who had the image of me. I also reported it to Discord, but my server is too small for them to care. I looked more into the group, and I was wrong about them. They weren't affiliated with the Dart or Veil or any of the Raiders mentions accounts. Some of them claimed they were Russians. Some even showed their face cam. This had just gotten a lot worse. If they were who they said they were, I could do nothing about it. Then, the people I had contacted responded getting information. The cops were going to be called if I couldn't figure out who it was. But luckily, after a month of searching, we found him. I have tried to personally talk to him in real life, but others who he knew in real life started to defend him. They accused me of harassing him and threatening him. Though I did ask him to 1v1, it was not serious in the slightest. This entire ordeal, all of these raiders have been not successful. They have failed to manipulate me, and they have failed to make me feel terrible about myself or anything of the sort. They have only strengthened me and made me more resilient to things like this. But remember, anything is possible. For real this time, make sure to subscribe for a possible update on the situation. I will go into other topics, but nothing too much different from the story like this. If you want to learn more about what really happened, go onto my Discord server, link in the description. You can DM me about it. Make sure to like, and comment as well to support the video. The raider might be in the comments though. Thanks for watching. But could what? It and did but it didn't work as